You're used to being at home with all your fancy little buttons, and all them goofy ass sounds that you like to play, and all that shit. Used to that, and used to Fresh being behind you, and the other vlogger dude, I don't know his name, behind the camera. Used to having that, used to home court advantage, having the crowd, Myron, Myron. Now that you don't have that, you don't want the smoke. You ain't trying to have the smoke when you ain't got the cards in your favor. You're a front runner. And if I'm singing and someone tells me I have a great singing voice, it doesn't mean I actually have a great singing voice if another 100 people say you sound like shit. Yo, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. I know I'm late to the party. I'm not one of these content creators that run like, oh my god, I gotta get the first video out. Oh my god. I know. I'm a slow poke. But basically, Myron has been exposed again, now by a woman, and it just shows he's a front runner. The Frank Castle's a totally made up character. That is not really him. But when he has home court advantage, he feels like he could swing his balls around, you know, like Steph Curry. He feels like he could do that, but now he's in his friend's house, which, I mean, we got to see how much of a friend they really are here. But yeah, let's just watch the video.
Fresh, great idea. Was
now, I watched about 10 seconds of this right here. This is all I seen.
Tell Myron until today.
Fresh said to DJ Academics, let's not tell Myron what he had in store. And this is my theory. Couple weeks ago, Fresh was made even more of a fool than usual because Myron wanted to set an example or show him as an example as to why he should be able to moderate the show as he seems fit. Because he actually let Fresh out, you know, on his own and sat there on the show while he struggled to moderate it. And I feel this is Fresh's way of getting back at him. I could be wrong. Because if that's your boy and you want him to look good, why wouldn't you let him know that she's gonna be there, ready to confront you? You let your mans walk into a bear trap. Same thing with Academics. Y'all think he was your friend. Y'all is boys. And he said, oh yeah, let's set him up. I would never do that to one of my boys. It's like, one, I wouldn't do it in general, but I'm definitely not going to publicly humiliate my boy on purpose under any circumstances. Not for clout, not for money. But that's how you see all three of these niggas are fakes and frauds. All three of them. I don't care if y'all like DJ Academics. That's cool. You can watch him. He is entertaining. But that doesn't dismiss the fact that he's a fake ass nigga. Because he just called them his boys and that he fucks with them. And you just pick some broad to humiliate him over your friendship. Okay, so let's just put that out there.
So we walk in, you first see Brittany Renner, and we're thinking you're probably gonna be like, okay, shit, we're gonna have this great debate. But you said it initially, like, I don't think there's much to it.
Of course, there's not much to debate because you're not built for that. You're not built to be in someone else's house and actually have to stand on your 10 toes. You're used to being at home with all your fancy little buttons, and all them goofy ass sounds that you like to play, and all that shit. Used to that, and used to Fresh being behind you, and the other vlogger dude, I don't know his name, behind the camera. Used to home court advantage, having the crowd, Myron, Myron. Now that you don't have that, you don't want the smoke. You ain't trying to have the smoke when you ain't got the cards in your favor. You're a front runner.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We've always said it, like, men and women, we're very different. We have opposing goals. Like, girls are trying to, get resources, time, attention out of guys. Guys are trying to get sex. And girls, a lot of the time, are trying to get what they need to get out of dudes without necessarily giving it up. And some girls are good at it, some girls aren't. And then there's other girls that are kind of models for that are good at finessing dudes. And not to say that you're a finesser, I ain't saying that, but girls are able to, run laps around a lot of guys. And that's
well, that is 100% true. I see it all the time. Like I said before, I work at a very high-end restaurant, and I see dudes, and you could tell they're like head over heels over this girl. She looks good. Sometimes they don't even look good, but that's besides the point. And they bring them out to this, and I'm talking like they literally will spend thousands of dollars on a single dinner for this girl. I'll see them walk the girl out and go for a kiss or something, and the girl will turn their face and just be out. Just be out. Or, I want to go home by myself, or I feel tired. I've seen it. So the whole finessing thing, 100% accurate. Not every girl does it, but it's going to be more and more prevalent because unfortunately, most people live their lives throughout social media. It's a very pervasive medium right now. It could be for positive, but as we all know, there's a positive and negative, and a lot of times negative, degenerate shit just kind of usually supersedes any positive things. You know what I'm saying? For every one person donating, coats, there's 10 people doing a dumbass challenge like pulling people's pants down in public. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Podcasts exist to help dudes out to understand like how women operate and how they move.
Now you have a different point of view.
Wait. Where do you think she fits in that? Because I think her point of view would be that most of you guys might say, well, I'm not the exact typical person who you may think dudes will run into her. They're trying to tell them where they from.
I mean, well, sure, she could tell. She was saying that we were wrong, I guess, about that.
Well,
so tell us a little bit about yourself.
No, I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're saying
no.
obviously you do though, because you said that you warn guys about girls.
This is
like
my thing. Didn't she go to Deion Sanders' college football team to warn his kids about girls like her? She literally did a whole seminar on that shit, did she not? I didn't watch it, but from what I've heard or the title, so it could have been clickbait, but she was going there to tell men on how to not get finessed by girls and how to not get trapped by some of these IG thoughts.
So tell me about girls like me.
Just
Humor
women
me.
in general.
Don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera
that
conversation.
you did say that
That's true.
you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the
I'm
key.
not special.
You're like other women that are
So what makes you special then?
I never said I was. We were
Well,
trying to say,
actually, you have. If he would have actually said that, that could have been a very legitimate comeback. Well, I never said I was special. I'm just saying that you're not any more special than I am or any other guy. But he actually has a whole profile where he's being a sugar daddy talking about 1% man, and you know how many men have this much money and how many men have abs and how many this and how many that. I'm gonna try and put a screenshot of it right after this, like what I'm saying, and then go back to the video. But he did say he was special without using the word special. He inferred it.
makes me different from a lot of women operate the way you do.
And how do I operate?
In general, what I just said before, women, it's a dance between the two genders. Men are trying to get sex, women are trying to get resources, time, attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. And a lot of girls play the game better than guys. We talk about this openly on our podcast, and we're teaching guys how to not necessarily get finesse and get what they want out of girls, which a lot of the times is intimacy, but they're not able to get it. But girls are easily able to obtain money, time, resource, attention, whatever it is. Girls are running laps around dudes, which is why podcasts like ours exist.
I would agree with him 100%. It's not even close. Most guys aren't taught about the female nature, which they sometimes go a little too far with it. But there is a nature to men and women. Now, everyone's not hard into every single aspect of it, but in general, yeah. And women definitely play the game better than the majority of men, because most men are taught this whole sweep her off her feet, dynamic that just all it does is set them up for failure. Like, girls will even tell you that they don't want that, but they'll tell their friends, like their male friends, that they don't want to fuck. Yeah, just be yourself, and bring her out to nice places and she'll like you more. When it doesn't work like that. If a girl likes you, she likes you. If she doesn't, she doesn't. There's no way you're gonna switch that over through actions of like nice gestures. It doesn't happen.
Brittany has been effective in extracting, as you say, time, resources, and other things out of dudes.
Yeah, to a degree, sure. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of girls want to do. I mean, here's the thing. You've been so adamant about me being incorrect, and I don't know, and you don't know me, and all this other stuff. Tell me then. Maybe we're off. Who knows?
Well, I think, first of all, let's bring it back a couple notches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, there's really a lot to unpack here, because my first question to you is, what do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So how does that make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it.
Okay, so before it continues, there's a very simple explanation for it, and it's to let them get an accurate view of what's attainable. Like, he's not saying you could never be special. What he's saying is that you are just kind of like another person in the crowd, and that means getting that super special guy is not going to be easy. You can't just sit back and think he's gonna appear. Like, there's a very, saying that you're not special doesn't mean you're a piece of shit. That's how she's trying to spin it, and that's how he's kind of receiving it. Like, well, she's saying that I'm insulting, and it's not like that. Just say, like, look, I'm telling you that the special guy that you're looking for, you're not special to the point where he's gonna come and just be head over heels over you. That's what he's saying, that you want a guy that's up here, and currently you're just another face in the crowd. That's what he's saying, which is not wrong. Just like it would be for the reverse. If you're 5'7", work as a mailman, you know what I'm saying, average size penis, not particularly muscular, you're just another face in the crowd. You haven't done anything to be looked at as special in any degree. You don't have off the charts intellect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not special. It doesn't mean you're a terrible human being and you deserve to die, but you're not special. Not everyone is special. Like, I don't know why people feel bad for saying not everyone is special. You need not special things for special things to exist. Everyone can't be special. Everyone can't be beautiful. Everyone can't be intelligent. It doesn't work like that. You need the opposing sides for each other to exist.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM sports.
But he's just, see, the thing is, like, if she was on his show, he probably would be quicker on his feet because he would feel more at home. But since he's not, he's already taken off guard because he didn't expect her there because he got set up by his two friends. He's kind of like scrambling. And it's ironic because that's what he does to all the girls that come on his show. They come on his show, they don't know what to expect, or they don't know what kind of stats he's gonna bring up. He's like, 20% of this and 30% of that, and they're like, Now he's kind of like, and it's funny to see him squirm because there are legit answers to what she's asking.
Right? That's how I feel, right? But so that's fine. But for me, that's okay if it wasn't a fit for me. But I also don't need to, you know, in a way kind of try to devalue what you guys have going on. Because at the end of the day, I may not agree with anything you guys talk about. Because honestly, I feel like when you've seen 2 or 3 videos, you've seen them all.
I agree.
But
for the most part, it's like I don't watch the show for like months on end, and I'll come back if I want to just see some trash TV, because that's what it is. It's Jerry Springer, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Reality is that I went to your guys' page and I went to the different links and the different services and the courses that you guys offer. And I do see that there's a place for that. So even though it may not have been in alignment with what I am about, I can still give credit where it's due without trying to devalue you guys, because you guys are doing something special, right? Because you guys are, I mean, are there a lot of other people doing what you do? You could consider your guys' podcast special, right?
I think what she's mentioned is like the self-help portion of it, where you guys offer services to, you know, help guys, you know, either attract or you know, try to talk to women and really engage with them at a higher rate than you would, you know, potentially date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the point that I think she's disagreeing with, right? When
I'm simply asking her to tell us about herself because we were so incorrect. So tell us about yourself. That's all I'm saying. And then she went into attacking us. And
I'll give him credit for this, because it seems like he's starting to maybe recompose himself, but he's not letting her escape. So that's good, because a lot of people, and I kind of expected it now from him, was to kind of forget what the actual subject was about. Because people, when they're in debates and things like that, they lose track of what the subject was and get taken off the rails. And I think that's what she tried to do, because she really wasn't answering a lot of the stuff. So I'll give him points for that. He's kind of keeping her like, yo, tell us how we're wrong. How were you not one of the girls we're talking about? Because she skirted that question already twice.
No one's attacking you, because like I said, listen, there's a lot of people that will not sit down and have a conversation with you just because of the comments that you guys made, you made. And you chimed in, so you guys are tweedledee and tweedledum kind of, right? So I'm here to have a conversation with you guys, because for me, I feel like what a lot of male-dominated podcasts are missing is the bridge of understanding. So I came here not to argue you guys.
Well, it's not really a male-dominated podcast. Yeah, it's run by 2 guys, but I mean, they're literally outnumbered by girls most of the time. Albeit, most of the time, those girls are unprepared. But nevertheless, they do have more women than guys normally, or at least on their, I guess, the night section of their show, whatever it is. But we can't say male dominated, because a lot of times it's him, 1 or 2 other guys maybe, and then like 6 or 7 girls. So that's not accurate.
To call you out of your name or to disrespect what anybody's doing, because I felt like the interview I had with him, there were things that he said I didn't agree with, but I wanted to sit down and hear his point of view. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So for you to say you're not special, well, I'm special to someone, just like you're special to someone, just like he's special to someone. So for you trying to generalize all groups of women, then we would have to take it back to where this even began. Like why you even have this view of women. And like I said, you have a bunch of dumbass bitches on your guys' podcast, and I get it, they don't challenge you, and I know you're a really smart guy. But it's like,
agreed. Most of them are bimbos, and even the ones that might be smart are unprepared. So if you're not prepared, I don't care what you like. If you're the smartest person in the world, but you never learned this or learned how to solve this kind of math equation, this whatever, you're gonna have trouble if someone just throws the paper down with that equation. You're gonna be like, oh man, I wasn't told on how to approach this. Like maybe if you came back home and had a day or 2 to figure it out, you would have been able to, but right there on the spot, it's not easy. So a lot of times it is an ambush kind of tactic on their show to make themselves look good, which, I mean, I can't entirely blame them for that, because obviously it's your show. You want to look like as the victor. Yes, I'm the smart one. I get it, but on the other side, it is an ambush tactic. You get a bunch of people not knowing what the fuck you're about to say, and then you bombard them with all this shit that they're not prepared to come back at, and they look stupid and you look smart.
I feel like you need to kind of just be honest and show people who you really are. Like, I know that for people to be dragging you guys and say, take this little clip and say that's who you are, that's not true. So that's why I sat down and had this conversation. I'm not here to degrade you. So when you make comments, I'm saying when you make comments like, oh yeah, no women are special. So no woman is special, but yet you guys have a whole podcast dedicated how to get women just for sex. That's all you guys are. So you're saying men are just limited to just sex. That's all they care about is sex. Yes or no? That's all you guys care about. There's no emotional need. It's just my dick, cum, sex. I want a hole.
Wow, you are triggered, man. Wow.
I think also
She wanted a whole right there.
Honestly, it's just I speak with conviction. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, see, so two things. First off, the whole special thing. He didn't say no women are special. He's just saying like you're not anything. Because the thing is like the girls that go there, they're basically a dime a dozen. There's another, you know, just regular ass chick. She's not like she's out there on Instagram shaking her ass just like a million other girls. So he's saying to those girls like, look, you're not doing anything that makes you stand out from the crowd to make one of those guys that you've been wanting all this time to come get you. And that's why you're still single or you're not with the guy that you want. He's just giving them perspective on like, if you were that special to get that guy, you'd have him. That's all he's saying. Two, she's approaching it like a woman would. Like the whole, I'm special to someone, you're special to someone, he's special to someone. Why would you blah blah blah? Well, that's not how things work in the real world. Like I said a couple minutes ago, you can generalize a lot of these things. Like yes, someone might think Precious is beautiful. Yes, it that does happen. But that does not make her beautiful. Okay, like you need things that are ugly. You need things that are not special. You need things that are ordinary to have the opposite. Okay, so just because someone might find you a 10 out of 10 does not make you a 10 out of 10. If I'm singing and someone tells me I have a great singing voice, it doesn't mean I actually have a great singing voice if another 100 people say you sound like shit. Okay, so she's approaching it from a very emotional standpoint of you can't tell me I'm not a goddess, which is basically a huge problem nowadays anyway, which is why a lot of these girls are single, where they all feel like they're up here when they all dress the same, they act the same, they talk the same, they have the same values. I mean, like, it's cookie cutter shit. So yes, you're not special. You're just, most of the things you do are replicated by another 100 girls that you could throw a rock at and hit. So no, you're not special. It doesn't mean you can't be special. It doesn't even mean that you're not worth love or whatever. But you're not special, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Girls like me, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm assuming if I go off of what people have said about me, I'm a gold digger who finessed my boyfriend who I lived with and wanted to marry me and still would want to have more kids with me if I wanted to stay with him. I finessed him, and I guess I'm a gold digger. And so all girls
right,
like
let's
that.
bring this back full circle because you're speaking with a lot of emotion right now, and to be honest, you're not really making it. I said at the top, men and women, it's a delicate dance between the two genders to get what they want, correct? I said men want sex, women want resources, attention, money, time, whatever it is from men. It changes per girl. Some girls want money, some girls want attention, some girls want time, or some girls want a hot guy, whatever it is. But there's a multivariate requirement from women of what they want. Men typically it's just sex. So in that regard of intersexual dynamics between men and women, I'm saying you're not special because you're like every other girl. You want to get resource, time, attention, or whatever it may be, commitment from a man, and a man wants to get sex from you. So when it comes to that, we're talking about biology of what men want from women. You are not special. You are just like every other girl, just like I'm every other guy. The difference is this. I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm special, I'm Myron Gaines, I can do this and that. We said all the time, city boys up, da. Like, we don't sit here and try to make ourselves look special. We're regular guys, we want sex, it is what it is. But women run around and say, I'm special, I'm different, It's like, nah, bro, y'all don't live in reality a lot of times. You guys say, I deserve that, I deserve this, I'm special. Someone looks at me as special, like, bro, at the end of the day, you're a woman, I'm a guy. You are playing the game to get what you want out of the relationship. I'm playing the game to get what I want out of the relationship, or temporary relationship, whatever it is. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm special. That's what I'm talking about. You could say you're special in other regards, but I'm talking about between men and women, that is the game. That's how it is.
No, hold on.
Let me show
All
you.
right, so I'm gonna be honest here. At the end, I was not expecting that he actually fully got himself under control and explained himself very well. And she, like he said, really didn't make a point. She said, oh, what if I called y'all bitch ass niggas, blah, blah, blah. But she never, actually answered his question about who she is and why she is special and why she is different from other girls. He asked her that question multiple times, and she never said what she is. She just said what other people think she is. That's all she said. So I'm gonna have to actually change from what I was thinking this was gonna be. I guess from all the clickbait videos, because like I said, all the other creators just clickbait the fuck out of everybody and say, oh my god, they got crushed and blah blah blah. Honestly, Renner didn't really do shit. And Myron was looking terrible at the beginning, but at the end, he regained his composure. And I'm gonna, dare I say, came out on top of this. I can't believe I'm gonna say, because I went into this video thinking that he was gonna be made a fool of. And he didn't. The only thing I will 100% disagree with him is that he does say that he's special on his little sugar daddy website, where he talked about he's a 1% man. So you are insinuating that you are in fact special because you are, according to you, 1%. That would be equal to being special. But overall, outside of that, he asked her a question that she didn't answer. She asked him questions that he did answer after he initially laughed out of discomfort and didn't know what to say. He composed himself and actually answered the questions. And he answered them pretty well. And he stood on his principles. I gotta give him credit. I was not expecting that. So I'm gonna actually have to say, at least from this clip, I don't know if it went longer, but from this clip about her confronting him, I would have to say Myron actually came out on top. Crazy as it sounds, I'm gonna have to stray away from, all the clickbaiters, but looks like he came out on top of this one. Let me know what your thoughts on the comments below. I'm out. Peace.